Welcome back to HTM Insider. I'm your host, Sherelle with MultiMedical Systems. And we've been doing this for quite a while now, and I'm pretty excited today because I have another fabulous female in the industry that I want to introduce you to. You may know her as the Biomed Girl on her YouTube channel. But we're going to have a little bit of conversation, and we want to share a little bit more about women in the industry. And we get Mayra's point of view on, how things are going for her and where she's at. So, with no further ado, I want to introduce my new friend, Mayra. Mayra, want to introduce yourself to everyone?
Hi, Cheryl. Thank you. My name is Mayra. Some people know me as the Biomed girl. I've been a biomed for around 6 years now, and I'm still, I will say, kind of new compared to all the people that have been in the industry for like 30 plus years. And yeah, but I'm here and happy to be joining your podcast, Cheryl. Thank you for inviting me.
Oh, of course. So, Myra and I met at Florida Biomedical Society. It was a meeting that I presented at, and we just clicked.
Yes.
And we started talking, and we were kind of like, "Hey, you're my people, I'm your people," and we had some really good
Yeah.
conversations.
Yes, I think it was because we are like positive minded people. We like good energy and but I think that was like the main thing why we clicked so well.
I agree, Myra. Let's talk about your YouTube channel, the Biomed Girl. Tell me how that started, and what inspired you, and what do you do on your YouTube channel?
So the YouTube channel started when Amy had a contest for HTM Week, and the contest you had to make video about what is HTM. So that's when I'm like I tried to make a video, and then I don't know, I was with my partner, and then he was like, wouldn't be that great to have like a YouTube channel that you show what you do in your industry. I mean, think about this, you're a female engineer and with tools and stuff, that's kind of a niche thing. So I was like, I like the idea. I'm a little shy, but I don't see why I couldn't make videos showing people what we do, especially like a lot of people don't know what we do in this industry, and also there are not many females in the industry. So why not use me to show the world that a female can be a biomed, and also show the world what a biomed does, and also inspire young people, because I'm still part of that young generation, not so young, but I can still you know be part of that. So yeah, that's how the YouTube channel started.
I love it. I love it, Myra. So tell us about your history. Like, how'd you get into biomed? Where are you from? Let's hear, where did Myra come from?
So I'm originally from Colombia. I moved to United States when I was 17 years old. My mom was already living here. She's the one that like requested me and all of that. And honestly, I was scared of moving to America because I didn't speak English. I'm a little bit introverted. So I was scared of like, kind of creating a new life. And
Wow.
but I was like, she's the one like, you gotta try it. If you don't like it, you can come back to you can go back to your country and do your life there. And I was like, okay, let me try this. So I finished
How
high
old were
school.
you?
I was 17 when that happened.
Wow.
Yeah, so I said, okay, let me try this. I finished high school, moved to United States to South Florida, and then went to college to learn English. And then I knew I wanted to do some kind of engineering, and but I I was trying to see universities and stuff, and they were very expensive. and my family didn't have that much money to pay for my university. So I found out the college that I was going to learn my English, they had this biomed program. It was more focused on electronics, so most of the classes were electronics, and actually that's what like catch my attention even more is that I like electronics. I think when I was in Colombia, I wanted to be like an electronic engineer or mechatronic engineer, something like that. But then I saw biomedical engineering. I'm like, that's interesting. And my mom is like, no, you should do something like nursing or go to, be a doctor. I'm like, I can't do, I don't like blood. I can't. I'm like, not my thing. I don't like needles. Not my thing. So then
Right.
I explained to her, I was like, well, look at this program. It's related to the medical field and it's on the engineering side. So why not trying this? And she's like, okay. And then I got into it and I just for the first day I loved that. I loved the school. I noticed I was like in my whole class we were like probably 15, 20 people, and usually it was just one or two female in the classes. So I started noticing, I'm like, why like there are not so many females here? To me that was weird because I guess in my country that I mean still like male dominated field,
Right.
but in my school that or the way I was I grew, that's not what they show me. The way they taught me is like, you can do anything and everything you want to do. So
It's a skill set, right? Right, Myra. It's
yes.
it's not just for one. I guess one, you know, race, male, female. It's not a gender. It's not specific. I mean, anybody can do it if they put their mind to it, right? They have that interest in electronics.
Yes, yes. So, and then before I finish school, somebody advised me to go to a hospital and volunteer some hours to kind of get into the industry and get to know people, like to network with people. So I did that, and then you know, as a volunteer, you just go and help any unit and help the secretaries there to organize paperwork or whatever. And then so that's how it started. But that first day that I started, I talked to the secretary that I was with helping, and she's like, "So why are you here? Normally we have like." You look young, but you don't look like you're in high school. I'm like, well, so I told her what my goal was, and she's like, oh, hold on one second. So she called Biomed. She's like, hey, can you come here? I have something for you. So the guy, his name was Ruben. He went up to the floor, and she introduced us, and he's like, oh, come, we have openings for students and volunteers, come. So I started that first day that I was a volunteer, that I started in the biomed department there. And I
Very
did
nice.
my volunteer hours that eventually helped me to do like as my internship. And and like 6 months later or 7 months later, I graduated, and they had an opening, and they ended up calling me. They actually were looking for a female to be more dedicated to the women's area, like labor and delivery to NICU. And that was initially their idea with it. But I mean, nowadays I'm all over the place in that hospital, and I've been in that hospital since then.
Good for you, Myra.
Yes.
So where are you working now?
So I started doing like blood pressure, like Dynamaps. I started with infusion pumps, um, compression pumps, and then from there I started like labor and delivery equipment, like all or baby equipment like incubators, fetal monitors, monitoring system. That then I got into the monitoring system, and I went for training for Philips training for our monitoring system, and all of a sudden I became like the expert on that because the person that was the expert, he quit, and I was the only one like okay, you just went for training, you can do this. So yeah, it was tough. It was like a really hard way to learn that, because I didn't have like anybody around me to actually, show me what to do. But a lot of the times I learned like that, and it taught me that I don't always need somebody to tell me or show me what to do. I have to think about, the process to solve all the issues that we have there. And it made me like more confident of what I'm capable of. And so after that, I did ventilators, and I, again, during COVID, I was like the ventilators person. So during COVID was tough. It was um, monitors and ventilators, and that was like the main thing. And so I was running all over the hospital trying to create new ideas of how to we can monitor patients from this area that we haven't used. And it was a lot, but we that also taught me a lot. And then I went to OR equipment, you know um whatever you can think of that is in the OR, except for anesthesia machines. I don't do. We have a person that specializes in that, so that I don't do. But other than that, I pretty much work on anything you can see in the OR, and that's what I am right now.
So inspiring. I love your story. I love your energy. Your smile never quits. It's, every time I saw you over that weekend, it's like always a big smile. I love it.
Yeah, yes, I'm a happy person. I enjoy every single moment that it's in my life. I enjoy the people around me. I enjoy my job. Actually, it makes me happy what I do. And it makes what we do as biomeds, it's like we helped to take care of the patient, like behind the scenes. So in the end, you're actually caring for patients as well. So, it's good. And I also have an amazing family that are always there to support me for anything I need. And what else do I need? And help.
That's
That's
awesome, Myra. So, what
yeah.
do you was inspired to? Like, where do you see yourself in 5 years?
Um. Well, in 5 years, probably I see myself in a starting a leadership role. Um, in as biomed. you know I recently finished my bachelor's in technology management, and I wanted something that will like help me to develop my skills, just in case one day I get that opportunity to lead people and manage a whole biomed program. Because a lot of the times, yes, it's experience, it's the years, and sometimes you get lucky and get into that, or sometimes some people don't see it as being a lucky person, but you know so I have worked to develop my leadership skills, and well, hopefully I get into that role in 5 years.
I'm sure
And
you will be. I'm sure you will be.
thank you. And other than that, in personal life, just keep traveling and keep being happy. I
I
love
love it.
traveling. Yes.
Nice. Me too. Like,
Yes.
love meeting new people like yourself and seeing new areas. So I want to talk to you. So when we were in Florida, you and I had a really great conversation about culture in the HTM shop, right?
Yes.
And I want to know more because we got into some great ideas. So let's say you're a manager. How can you affect a positive culture? What would a team need to, follow your lead? And what would you inspire them to be?
You have to start with yourself. You have to start with yourself being positive. And you know what? That's contagious. And like some days I get to work and I'm like, I don't know, tired, or it's not always like everything beautiful. There are some days there are something going on, but there is always somebody on the hallway that is happy, and that makes me happy. I'm like, oh my God. So that, that's contagious. That positive energy is contagious. Also, treat people well. Anybody that you come across, doesn't matter who, if it's from the highest position to whatever it is, you gotta treat them like you want to be treated, you know.
Mm,
Not, yeah,
yes.
it is, sometimes it's hard for people to be nice, and something like that is so simple, and it brings like good things back to you as well. So
I agree.
starting from that, also understanding people, like, just like probably I didn't have a good day, somebody didn't have a good day, and maybe care about them and ask them, is there anything I can do to help you to feel better, or just invite them for coffee, or
Right.
bring
No,
them a
you're
little
right.
chocolate, something that will make them feel better, and show
I
them
like
that you
that.
care about them.
That's
So
all we
that,
all want, right?
yeah,
As
yeah,
human beings, right?
yeah, we're humans. I know sometimes I work with get like robots, like get things done, but we're humans. We have feelings, and we need to acknowledge that. And it's part of the job is also being human. Have a
Mm-hmm.
little heart.
Right. No, you're exactly right. And I think that's one of the challenges, in the industry. We get so busy trying to, check the boxes and check off the list and check off that PM's done. And we
Yes,
forget to maybe interact and care about each other a little bit more.
yes. It can, it sometimes it becomes second nature just to do your job and be gone. But
Mm-hmm.
if you don't
Yeah.
take the moment to at least say hi, how's your day going. So, and even like at work, sometimes I do my rounds in the OR in the mornings, and a lot of the times it's more like talking to people, ask them how you're doing, because once you build that connection, that bond with the customer or whoever, then when they have a problem, or when you have a problem, you know that you're gonna take care of them, or they're gonna take care of you, whatever the situation is.
I love
Yeah.
that, Myra. So if there's one thing in the HTM, what would you change in the HTM industry? If there was something that you could, really have a change moment in your career, what would it be?
I would like for us to be, well, for us, no, I would like the world to know more about us, what we do.
Just the acknowledgement of the career,
Yes, that, and
right?
also I would like to have more people coming into the industry, because I don't think, I mean, and I know it's like our job as biomeds to help grow that industry, or like they say, grow the pipeline for biomed. So, but that's one of the things I would like to change.
Yeah, I agree. It's a career field. And we've talked about this many times on HTM Insider that people just don't know about it, right? And when they find out about it, you can see the eyes going, "Really? I never thought of that," right?
Yes,
So,
and
how do you feel about mentorship? I know we kind of had a little bit of conversation one day about, being good mentors in this industry, which I
oh
know
my
you
God,
are, but
it's
I think we need to spread that, right?
yeah, that's so important. I I don't know if I'm good mentor. I hope I am, but something I know is I love mentoring people. Cause
You
I'm
do.
so yes, cause I'm so patient and I like to explain things. And if you don't understand, I don't have a problem explaining you again. And if you still don't understand, I'll find a different way to explain it to you until I feel like you know it. And I don't lose, again, I don't lose my patience, because some people don't. That some people are like, I'm done with you. I already explained this to you. Now I'm done. No, we'll learn in different ways.
Hmm.
It, yeah, so you gotta, as a mentor, you gotta kind of, um know your person, the person that you're teaching, and then ask them. Some people like to take notes, or some others like to do it with their hands, so they learn. So um mentoring is very important in this field, because again, there are not many schools out there that will teach you like exactly what needs to get done at a hospital. There are just very few schools that actually will teach you on. Or also, if you go to the military, that's when you actually learn the good stuff. But other schools, like for example mine, is more focused on electronics and stuff. So and you learn most of the things at work, and that's when you need a good mentor. And not just for biomed stuff, also if you want to become a leader, finding a good mentor to be a leader, that's very important. So yeah.
So, if you could talk to the young women that are out there that might be listening, can you give them some advice? That should I get in this field? Like, how do I get in this field? And can they contact you?
Sure. Oh, with my, because other than the YouTube channel, I also have Instagram account and a TikTok account, and I have a lot of people like reaching out and asking me questions and stuff, and I always answer the questions, because that's what I want. I want people to get to know us, and then you a lot of times you don't know what's out there, so yeah, I'm happy when they come and ask me questions. I'm happy to answer. And if I tell them, if I don't know the answer, I at least direct them to somebody that I know probably knows the answer. But my message for them is, well, first of all, you need to like tools. Because we use tools in this industry, and me honestly, I just knew the basic tools before getting in the field. I just knew the basic tools, but with the time I learned how to use them. I learned the names, and I enjoy using them. That's huge. Second thing is that you need to have or develop good troubleshooting skills, and that requires a lot of thinking and a lot of like, if you were good put like building puzzles and stuff, then this is for you. If you like video games is a good. If you like video games, then that's also good, because that makes you think a lot in this industry. You have to think a lot. You have a problem, and then you have to find a solution, but you don't, it's a whole like process to get to that solution.
And it's not
um
always the same path, right? The day is different every day.
oh yeah, yeah, that's, I think, one of the things I love the most of this industry is that every single day I learn something new, every single day. And it's could be, you could have your basics still, but all the machines are different, and they upgrade these machines every so often. So um they're not, they work similar but not the same.
Right. No, you're exactly right. And it seems like the models are always changing, and there's an update that's being done, and
Yeah.
you got to stay on top of it.
Yeah, and now these machines are more integrated with like technology and stuff. So definitely there is gonna be always like evolution of the equipment. And yeah, and even like
Yeah.
that's when now the hot topic is biomed and IT.
Hmm.
Because a lot of that is being connected to the networks, and then we have to be careful with cyber attacks and all that stuff. So yeah.
Yeah. No, it's very interesting. How would they reach you? How do they find you? Why don't you tell us how to find you at TikTok and all your channels?
You can find me as the Biomed Girl. So TheBiomedGirl. Anywhere. YouTube, Instagram, TikTok. On LinkedIn is my name, Mayra Becerra. Um, and my email is also the biomedgirl@gmail.com. That's
Very
that's all.
easy to find you.
Yes.
Just search
or
the
just
Biomed Girl. You're gonna find Myra.
or just Google
Myra,
it.
just Google it. Or
Just
you
Google
can
it now.
contact me and I'll put you in touch with Myra. Just give me a call
Or
or send me a message
that.
as well.
Definitely,
Myra,
yes.
I really enjoy you personally. I mean, I think you're a wonderful, wonderful resource in the HTM industry. You're an
Thank
inspiration to all, and especially young women out there. So I want you to give me your wow word or words, your word or words of wisdom to this industry that somebody could hang on to. What would that be?
you. To be positive.
I
That's
love it.
yes, because when you're positive, you always find a solution for any problem, or you will have people that are willing to help you. So that
Yeah, it is. It all starts with that smile. Right away, when you walked in the room and someone said the Biomed girl's going to be here, I'm like, oh, the YouTube girl? And
that's
then we just
funny.
connected. I love it. I love it.
So that's yeah, another thing I do is that I'm part of the board members for the Florida Biomedical Society. You know,
Hmm.
I'm kind of new into that role. I started like back in June or May, but that is also a good way to develop leadership skills. I was kind of when they offered that the first time I was like, yeah, I don't think I'm ready for that yet. And they offered that the second time like within a month and I'm like, okay, I think I need to be there. And I was like, but I don't know what I'm gonna do there. And they're like, don't worry, we're gonna teach you. I'm like, okay. So now
Yeah.
I'm like surrounded by these great people in that room that they know so much and they have so many ideas and like they put this whole event that is a huge event and to see all that planning behind the scenes is like wow, it's
Yeah.
incredible. Yeah. And also I'm the chair for the South Florida Biomedical Society, and that also helps, I that helps me to develop my leadership skills, but also to be involved with my community, and I try to inspire all the Bahamets around me to come to these meetings, and uh, that's also like another good thing that I enjoy doing.
Yeah. I
um,
love that FBS group. I know multi-medical systems. I'll be there. I'll be teaching a class and,
yeah,
meeting everybody. I love that conference in December.
it is fun.
It is. It is a lot of fun. Well,
They
Myra,
really
again, thank you for joining us today. It's been a pleasure having you on, and I look forward to interacting with you in the future. And, if you guys aren't following Myra, please do. And, you can check out HTM Insider. There's lots of episodes out there that you can listen to, or you can watch, or you can read. It comes in all kinds of formats. If you listen on Tech Nation, you actually get a CEU credit. So if you need anything, I'm always here. Myra's here for you. And thank you for joining us for another episode of HTM Insider. We'll see you next time.
thank you,
Bye,
Cheryl.
Myra.
Bye, Cheryl. Thank you.